This is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 307. I'm on my bike, so I hope the sound is okay. I wrote out, while I was at the beach just now, I wrote out 22 ways to know that you have a food addiction. Because not everybody has one, and I'm looking for 4 more women that want to do something about theirs, that want to release it, that want to release excess weight, that want to love themselves, that want to feel good and confident and know why they're here and start working towards that. And so the number one way that you know that you have a food addiction is you punish yourself with food. So even though the food that you choose is delicious, obviously, why would you eat it if it wasn't? You also eat things that aren't delicious. Okay, you eat things that are kind of bland. And you just need to be full. And so I'm just thinking back to when I had a food addiction, although I always will have one. But when I used to eat because of it, okay? Sorry about this noise. So when I used to have my food addiction, I used to love chocolate and I used to eat bread and I used to eat pasta and all the things. But I also used to eat like matzahs with butter on it, because that's what was in the house after I ate everything else. And I remember eating this like matzahs with butter, and it didn't taste good. It was so dry and just plain, and it didn't even taste good. Didn't taste like anything, but I had to eat it because I needed to keep eating so that I wouldn't feel. And that is a major sign that you have a food addiction, when you just need to eat and it doesn't matter what you eat. Okay? And of course you're going to start with the yummiest things in the house. Right? Excuse me. Thank you. You're going to start with the yummiest things in the house. But after you eat all those yummy little Debbie rolls, cakes, all the coffee cakes, donuts, all the I used to eat these things. I forgot what they were called. It's been so long that I can't remember now, but it was like the same company that makes Little Debbie's, and they made all these little things, little cakes and stuff, and they're just so freaking good. And all those little muffins that come 10 in a little pouch, or maybe not 10, 5 chocolate chip muffins and coffee cake muffins and all these things. But after those things are gone, you just keep eating, and you're never full. And another way that you know you have a food addiction, okay? So I was going to do one per episode, but here's a bonus one. You know you have a food addiction when you eat really, really fast. So they say once you have an addiction, you always have one. And that's true and not true. It's true and it's not true, because I've been 12 years removed from my food addiction. And so it's not true that you always have one. But at the same time, it's slightly true, because let me tell you why. I'm very hungry right now. So I just went to hot yoga, and then I went in the water, and I've been bike riding. So I've been doing a lot of physical exercise. It's already 12 o'clock, and I just had some grapes, but just a few. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, when I get home, what am I going to eat? Because I'm so hungry. And so I thought to myself, okay, you know what? I'm going to make some ice cream, because I have frozen bananas that I froze last night, and I haven't had frozen bananas in a while, because I just haven't prioritized ripening bananas. And every time they ripen, I just make a smoothie or I eat them or whatever. So now I finally have some frozen bananas. So I say to myself, okay, I'm going to eat some ice cream. But every time I make ice cream, I eat it super, super fast. And I think the reason is because ice cream is one of my trigger foods from the past that really, really helped me get through life as a kid. It really helped me get through my teenage years and my 20s, and ice cream was just always there for me, and I ate it super fast because I wanted to numb the pain as fast as possible. So it's almost like, you have a broken leg and you're in pain and you're hurting. You're going to take a painkiller. Most people are going to take a painkiller as soon as possible. They're not going to slowly, just let it dissolve in their mouth. No, they're going to put it in their mouth and they're going to drink water and they're going to take it. And sorry, I have a pet peeve, guys. I have a pet peeve, and that's the people that are looking behind them or up when they're walking towards me. Who are these people? Who are these fucking people that don't look where they're going? Are you one of these people? Because it is really, really annoying. I guess these are the people that get into car accidents too. Like, obviously, there's some car accidents that are unavoidable or, whatever. But, like, people that are not aware of their surroundings. What in the world? This guy was just looking up at the skyscraper here. This guy's just looking up and walking towards me on my bike. Walking straight into my bike. Anyway, that's it. That's the episode for today. I just want to say, so I'm going to be very conscious because even though I'm eating ice cream and, there's nothing wrong if you eat it too fast, but it's like, why do I still eat ice cream super, super, super fast? I mean, I guess it's because I'm hungry now. But I know people that even when they're hungry, they don't eat things super fast. Like, I eat things so fast that sometimes I don't even taste them. Do you ever do that? Do you eat things so fast that you don't even know what they tasted like? That's a sign that you have a food addiction. Or if it's ice cream, you're recovering from your food addiction, right? If you eat grapes super fast sometimes, yeah, you probably are in recovery from your food addiction. And you know what? That might just be part of your personality that you eat fast. And you need to be very conscious and make a conscious effort to become aware. And of course, awareness is the first step in the healing process. And then you eat slower because you're conscious. We're going to make the same mistakes over and over and over again until we become aware of them. We've got to get aware of what we're doing and why we're doing it. And if you're someone who'd like to work on yourself, maybe for the first time in your life, if you're someone who'd like to work on your food addiction and release it and finally lose the weight and never ever eat processed foods again and never be tempted by them again, well then I am here to help you. I was born to help you. Literally, that was the reason I was born. I am really grateful that I know my life purpose, because a lot of people don't, because they never needed to know it. They had a job, they had a good life, they had family, they had kids. Me, I don't have any of those things. I don't have family, I don't have kids. I've been studying my self-development and my life purpose since 2017, and then especially since my sister passed and since my mom passed, my grandma and my grandpa. And by the way, this podcast is all over the place. I got my ancestry DNA results. They're fascinating, but I'm not quite sure the situation because it showed me I have like 200 relatives, right? So I messaged a few of them, and all the people that I messaged, they have no idea how we're related. I gave them my mom's name, my dad's name, my sister, my uncle, my grandma, my grandpa, and they've never heard of any of them. And so, yeah, the people that I've talked to have told me that they've been there for years trying to find like family, and this website says that they're related to certain people, and then they message them, and then like nobody's ever heard of anyone. So I'm not quite sure how it works, but I guess I'll message a few more people. Basically, I'm just trying to find my... Oh, sorry, I was going to let myself in, but it's going to interrupt this podcast, so let me not do that. Basically, my front door calls my phone when I don't have my keys. So, okay. Long story short is I'm just trying to find my dad so that I can, basically tell him. I don't even know why. I was going to say just so I could tell him that my mom and my sister died. But I know he doesn't care. So, I'm not quite sure. I guess just closure I don't really need to ask why he left before I was born. I don't really need to ask why he never tried to contact us or pay any child support, or why he didn't care what would happen to me or my sister. He basically left my family when my sister got diagnosed with a brain tumor. So he's a stand-up guy, as you can tell. And I guess I wanted to contact him because, like, well, people have recommended that I do that, and that seems to be like the right thing to do, you know, to just have a conversation with your father and tell him you're not mad at him, which I'm not, and I guess just hear his side of the story. Yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to do. Maybe I'll meet him, maybe I won't. I'm really not sure if this ancestor DNA is going to lead to anything, but I'll try a few more people. He could be no longer here, and that's something else I want to know. I just want to know, is he like dead, so I can just stop thinking about it? And I don't really want a relationship with him, but all of like the people that I've talked to, you know, therapists and like different mentors and coaches have told me that it's a good idea to at least, you know, try to find him and just, you know, meet him once, have a conversation. Don't have to have a relationship, and I have a lot of half brothers and sisters, so that's another thing. Now that, you know, I don't really have any family here on Earth, I think it's a good idea to see if, you know, maybe I have a half brother or sister living here in Miami. Who knows? It would be so cool. That's it. I don't know how we got to this, but if you are someone who would like to what a smorgasbord. If you're someone who would like to work on your food addiction, release old habitual thought patterns that are holding you back, release traumas, forgive people, which is what I have done, which is truly one of the best things I've ever done. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, okay? And forgiveness it's kind of like a healed scar. You don't forget the trauma, but the scar is no longer there. And that's what I want for you. And when you can forgive, then you can live the life that you're supposed to live. Because a lot of us are spiting ourselves to punish other people. And we're living and operating through fear or pain or anger or regret or sadness, or, you know, we're trying to get back at people by making ourselves suffer. Because that's what anger does. Remember that quote, anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. And my mom lived a very bad life, and she was very, very angry. So I know that I had to forgive every single person that's ever hurt me, ever. So if you're listening to this and you're one of those people that have hurt me by accident or intentionally, just know that I'm not mad at you at all. I've forgiven you, and I hope you forgive me and yourself. And that's no way to live. You cannot live in anger, because it's poison. It's absolute poison to your body and your immune system and all your cells. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Reach out if you'd like to be part of the group starting April 1st. I will continue this series because I have 20 other ways to know that you have a food addiction. And if you send me an email, jd@Ms.FitVegan.com, write the words "I am ready" in the subject line, and I will send you all the details. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.